Welcome back, everyone. We're gonna test out this rhino, and we're gonna have a lot of fun here, people. It's gonna be a blast. Okay. Here we go. Oh, Lord. Oh, God. Holy crap. Sorry, wasn't paying attention. That one's on me. Jeez Louise. So now I think I'm gonna try for armor next time, because I definitely want to get some better armor. Actually, first, let's we're gonna move these, but the rhino. Oh, now this is just unfair. Oh, lordy. And they actually give me ammo. Great. Even better. This is just complete and utter chaos, fam. Holy crap. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about what happens. Now, Rutherford B. Hayes is the unopinionated Republican nominee. Basically, he just gets it because he's not entirely crazy or as radical as a lot of the stalwarts were. And it was a very contested convention because a lot of people wanted to become the president post Ulysses S. Grant. They wanted to be the next guy, you know? A lot of these people do. That's just how it goes. And in particular for Rutherford B. Hayes, he's kind of just like, okay, I'll do it. I'll throw my hat in the ring. When I talk about these elections in the future, this is going to be one that I'm going to spend a lot of time on. But long story short, Hayes runs for the presidency. And the election of 1877, which again I think was against another governor of New York, ironically, is the first time objectively, outside of congressional rule and laws, rules and regulations, the first time that an election arguably was objectively stolen from the potential and presumed winner. The Democrat nominee was again one of the guys from another governor of New York who made his name seeking out and taking down corruption, which a lot of people were like, you know what, the federal government's corrupt, why not get this guy in, he'll sort things out. And he was relatively very popular. And again, it was decided by voting lines largely, but Democrats won a lot of the South, Northerners won a lot of the North. I forgot what happened, but I think specifically what ended up happening was, I think New York went blue, or one of the big northern states went blue, which shook the very foundation of who was potentially going to win this election. And then this leads to chaos. Because what ends up happening is, I think the Republicans got scared and fire missiles, punch. Okay, let's do this. Ah, crap. A little tidbit for these people: if you want to get through this part, you definitely have to take out those helicopter ships, because they will mess you up and slowly drain your health. Definitely destroy these buildings, because they will give you a bunch of stuff. Okay, I hate you, bro. I don't know what the heck is happening. Punch you in the face. In the face. Jump on you. Punch you. Oh, come on. Don't be such a wuss.
My ex-wife always told me I had a short temper. Now I'm really mad.
I'm telling you, those things will mess you up, son. Oh crap. They will mess you up. Almost there. Boom, boom, boom.
I'll get you, Ratchet. If it's the last thing.
Suck it, bro. I am super Clank now.
Divide and conquer, huh? Yeah, guess you guys were prime after all. You're going to the Megacorp Games.
Welcome to Megacorp Games, sponsored by Megacorp. Okay, Megacorp contestants, get ready to grapple with our Megacorp Gladiator team. And if you survive that, enter the Megacorp Battle Arena with our Mega Spider-Bot and our Mega Death-defying Mega Cage match. Then open the throttle for all Megacorp
That's fun.
race, brought to you by Team Megacorp Racing. Hostile indigenous population not owned, endorsed, sponsored, supplied, advocated, or even liked by Megacorp. Approach at your own risk. The Megacorp Games. Keep it mega.
Okay. Long story short, what ultimately ends up happening is what ends up happening is, I believe it's 3 states. 3 states end up having a contested election. In particular, it's kind of like 3 prominent states where it's just like, oh, interesting that there's like 6,000 more votes than this place, you know? Let's do it. I think I'm a lot more beefier. Hopefully that does a lot of good for me. Damn, I should have got more ammo. Oh, this just gets better and better. Been pretty good. I think we're gonna largely breeze through this game. $3,000. Good lord. Music and money to my ears. Oh, crap. It's very convenient. Clank looks tired.
Okay, this must be the core terminal. Let's see what we can get from it.
The power appears to be out in this entire area.
You're right. I better call a maintenance bot. Let's just follow him and fix it ourselves.
But long story short, oh crap. Ah, damn it. It's like the second time. I gotta go back because I didn't do a freaking part. Basically, 3 states are in contention because there's a abnormal amount of votes and voter activity, let's say.
This free. You want us to what? Whoa, wait a minute. That'd be an unethical conflict of interest. What kind of scum do you think we are? Say, that is a lot of bolts. Well, since you put it that way, I suppose we could undo our previous obligation. Excellent, sir. Thank you for choosing Thugs for Less. Attention all Thugs for Less personnel. We now have a new employer.
Now, I remember because I'm supposed to go over here and explore this area. It's 3 states in particular that actually, quite literally, not figuratively, quite literally swing the election. It's basically like as if basically if Rutherford B. Hayes wins these 3 states, he will get literally like 271. Like he's right there. And well, let's just say those states were clearly in question because a bunch of votes ultimately ended up going via the way of in favor of Rutherford. Although it's like there's only like 800 people that live in this county, but there's 6,000 votes, so how does that make any sense? That's basically what happened. And it went all the way to, I know it went back to the House. I don't know if it went to the Supreme Court, but I do know that it was an absolutely contested election, and it actually halted the entire democratic process for quite a while, because people were basically disputing what was happening. They were like challenging the vote. Democrats were clearly upset and pissed. Long story short, after much deliberation, Republicans and Democrats effectively agreed to this. These were the main big terms, effectively, were that Rutherford B. Hayes would be given the election and the win with those 3 states, but in the process, Republicans would have to leave, and they would have to give up Reconstruction era in the South and pull back their troops, which they did. So basically, again, historically speaking, I don't think Republicans would want to bring up these historical things and bring it back. I think if you're going to move on and forward as a party, don't look to the past, because your past in this particular case is not very conducive for your modern interpretation of things. Basically, they sold their soul in a lot of ways to be able to have this election and win this election. Now this is where I'm probably going to fail a couple of times, but we will see. I'm going to focus here, folks. Basically, the Reconstruction era of the South is largely over because Republicans did not want to give the presidency and the political power that comes with. Ah, crap. See, I told you, I'm gonna mess up a couple times. They did not want to give up that power. Effectively, just so that they could, have power, basically. That's just a long story of it. But they agreed to it after a very long deliberation, which I think takes a very long time. But Republicans win the presidency, and the Reconstruction era in the South largely comes to an end, which then, unfortunately for a lot of people, comes, the Jim Crow laws and all the things that come with that, and in terms of those political machinations. And historically, I'd argue that's a big reason why a lot of black people started voting Democrat, because it's basically like neither party's going to really help us, so we're going to just vote for the people that are nearest to us, and at the very least identify with the heritage that we largely grew up with. Beautiful. There we go. That's basically it. Rutherford B. Hayes becomes the next president of the United States after a very contested election. I don't even know what that did, to be honest with you. Oh, yeah.
Now, let's get the goods on that experiment. What the?
Even these machines are.
See the problem.
Ugh.
What? Now even the computers are charging us? That's it. This galaxy blows.
You're right on it, Ratchet.
Dr. James T. Fullbladder reporting on Megacorp
What?
experiment number 13. This update is strictly classified. If you are watching this, you're fired. Early thinking held that the specimen was entirely docile in nature. Even overt provocation failed to incite it. But the late Dr. Putrid's son observed that natural levels of monster propanase in the experiment's bloodstream were triggering some remarkable changes. Attempts at neutralizing the
Rutherford B. Hayes becomes the
violent
next president of the United
tendencies
States. He's only going to serve one term, basically pledges to serve one term because of how hotly contested his election ultimately was. And for the most part, his presidency's just kind of chaotic. Doesn't have a lot of power and influence because a lot of people don't really believe him to be the actual president, especially Democrats, but still Republicans still vote alongside his party lines.
Mr. Fizzwidget, you're safe. Sir, brace yourself. We just saw a
This
video
leads
of your
to
experiment eating its handlers.
a lot of things happening.
It eats its
Railroads
handlers.
had already been made and begun, but there was a bunch of strikes. The big railroad strikes of the 1870s start largely coming forth. Workers getting upset about a bunch of things, beginnings of unions that he tries to crush in a lot of ways. Not to mention trying to fix the scandals, fix the economy. He changes the country into more of a merit-based system, which it used to be a spoil system, but that's largely gone now during his term as president, which probably a good thing. I forgot what the spoil system was, to be brutally honest with you, but I remember that was a big, huge issue that history books always tend to look at as a positive positive action during his term as president. Indifferent, really. It doesn't really do too much for me personally, or in terms of my persistent, perspective of it. This is also where a lot of the stuff that ends up happening with the Native Americans, a lot of the issues that continue to permeate within, the Indian policy. A lot of the wars, but Hayes is largely trying to fix a lot of the things that happens during that time. Little tidbit, I'm pretty sure he's also the first president to actually tour the entirety of the United States, especially the West. Not a lot of states at that point had actually been toured or explored by most of the presidents. Now, if I was a political pundit, I would say that a big reason why he does become president, I think, has a lot to do with the fact that he does put on a lot of people for the Supreme Court. Not a lot, but I think he does end up putting one or two justices on the bench during this time at a very specifically crucial time as president. I don't know what this does. Alright, I think that it opens that door. Sweet. Let me see. Just, oh god, son of god. Oh well. Oh, you kidding me? Get out of here with that weak sauce. Get. Wow. My god, just die. This guy's indestructible. Holy crap. in a lot of ways, people want to forget a lot of things that happened during Rutherford B. Hayes' presidency. The only thing that I will even say is a positive for him, though, objectively, which I think I tend to agree with, is I think, relatively speaking, he brought some relative stability where there really wasn't at that particular point. Because you do have to keep in mind that during Ulysses S. Grant's terms as president, it was just chaos, a lot of corruption, a lot of scandals, and I think, and especially in the eyes of a lot of the American people, he did bring back some relative stability to the White House and to the federal government, try to hold down on all the corruption, all the things that were going on during that particular point in time. But I don't know if he's going to be looked on as fondly other than all that stuff. Nope. Crap. Ugh. Oh, just saved myself. Okay. Now, once he leaves office, he lives a pretty boring, very chill life, I think. Ends up just becoming a normal citizen, really. Donates to a lot of charities, lives his life pretty fruitfully, becomes like a big person for the church. His wife dies first, unfortunately, which greatly hurt Rutherford B. Hayes in a lot of ways, and really just lives his life in solitude, I think, for the most part. I think he dies of a heart attack around the late 1890s. I think he ends up living to be about 70 years old. Hell yeah. Give me that nanotech. Let's go.
Going to the games?
This guy again.
Yeah? What's it to ya?
Whoa, take it easy, Chief. I ain't looking for no trouble. Just an honest man looking to make an honest buck.
I sincerely doubt that.
Hey, I ain't the one trying to get into a sold-out arena. You're gonna need this levitator to get in there. Nice doing business
Of course.
with you again. Time for me to, relocate.
The instructions are in Blargian.
Goodbye. It says here, tab A, cozy 2 slot B. Okay, and then magnetize the graviton matrix, remove your left arm, swap, and done. You do have skills.
You know it.
Hey, Clank recognizes it. We go into battle.
Are you ready for the main event? Introducing one of the fiercest gladiators in the galaxy, Ratchet, and some metal guy.
So much shade. Oh god.
Against the toughest gladiators in the galaxy. Let's get it on.
Natural.
Look at him go.
Well, this just isn't even fair, people. Okay. That one's on me. That one's also on me. Oh no. Okay. I told y'all it was worth it just to get this gun. But yeah, that's basically, it's Rutherford B. Hayes in a nutshell, really. There's a lot more things, obviously, I can go much more into detail and depth with. There's a lot of things that I can... Okay. I'll gladly take it. Yay, metal boots. A pretty just normal, almost really, not to be rude, but just a regular kind of do-nothing kind of president, unfortunately for him. Oh yeah, I can jump up here now. Now that I have the metal boots. Yeah, I will say, this is cool, but it's also like, aren't people supposed to be watching this? Like, this seems really kind of not a good way to watch a fight. Oh god. Yeah, buddy. Okay. Yeah, gonna get the old infiltrator back. Oh, no, 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 no. I wanna keep fighting. Let's see if I can get some more bolts. I need to get more ammo. And you know what? We might as well just talk about him. We'll start talking about Mr. James A. Garfield, the 20th President of the United States of America. A very interesting guy. One who does not get talked about in the history books. As a preface, he is the second president, by the way, in the history of this country to have actually been assassinated. Ooh, let's see if we can do it. Probably not. Ooh, we're already gonna fail it. Ah, damn it. Oh god, almost got hit again. Right there. Oh sweet, we did it. That was easy. James A. Garfield, though, he is one that I think is personally, at least in my view, almost indisputable that I don't like. I go back and forth on Rutherford B. Hayes. I personally don't like James A. Garfield as a man and as a politician, as a historical figure, and as a president. He's one of those guys that I think history books try to paint as kind of nice or justifiable, and a lot of the things that he believes in. And every time I read about him, the more I dislike him as a human being when I try to read between the lines. Not to say he didn't do good things or that, trying to be, damn it, it's not what I want. I keep hitting triangle on accident. I'm gonna do at least a couple more of these. But he's someone that I think is more of a... I think he's just someone who is so much more so for government, politicians, and really just someone who I would not like to follow and lead me into battle. He doesn't seem like the most, how do I put it? He's a very compromised person is probably, I think, the way that I would probably want to qualify it. Like, he's not going to sell you out for this, but, if there was something that he could get that was going to help his political career move forward, he's probably going to do it, Like, I think the reason why I don't like him is because he just reminds me of, like, a Joe Biden, I think, probably, in a lot of ways. Just really someone who, historically, if we're going to be honest, is not going to be looked at very fondly because, just seems like he sold his soul for the devil kind of thing, and I think of James A. Garfield in a lot of those ways, fairly or unfairly. And the only thing I can say about him in his defense is that I think it is understandable how he gets to those perspectives, those positions. What the heck is this battle? Have I been doing this battle right? Honestly, I have no idea. I don't see him losing health. I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh, come on. Seriously, am I doing this battle right? Ugh. Okay, that one we're just, yeah, I don't. Oh, okay, I think that's it.
See ya.
Okay, infiltrator time. Oh god. I hate these. Hate these so freaking much. They should have just kept the old infiltrator thing. Ugh. Okay. It is what it is, fam. I think we're gonna stop this part right here, though, and we're gonna get to the next part in just a second once I get back to my damn ship. And just to let you guys know, I think I'm gonna do the just me talking about the presidents. I think up to a certain point. I just don't know. I think it's time I get another gun. What do you guys think? Let's get a couple of them. Why not? I have the money now. Oh, what am I doing? I gotta go do another part, but yeah, I think this is a good place to stop. I'm only gonna be doing this presents thing for probably up until probably H.W. Bush, to be honest with you, because pretty much everyone after that, I think we have a good historical context and record of, and most people know who these people are. But hey, until then, God bless, y'all rock, have a good one.